Hello Capricorn, and welcome to the Mystic Messenger Tarot. This is your reading for February 2018. And as I shuffle, I'd like to tell you about the celestial happenings. We just had a lunar eclipse on January 31st. And this is an intrinsic eclipse. And eclipses, you know, they are kind of like our destiny, our soul contracts. And when we get off the path a little bit, the eclipses come in and promote change. You can kind of chart big life changes through the eclipse: marriages, divorces, births, deaths, the big stuff, the transformational events, and they usually do happen around the eclipse season. So the first eclipse was a solar eclipse, and that really promotes change. So if you started those changes in the time of the solar eclipse, you will be rewarded for those changes that you have made with the lunar eclipse. If you have not made those changes, the lunar eclipse is kind of like Spirit's chance to come in and shake things up and force those changes. So sometimes the change does happen in crisis, if you weren't paying attention with the solar eclipse. And this lunar eclipse is 11 degrees into Leo. So if you have Leo in your chart anywhere from 7 to 15 degrees, that house will also be affected. But the eclipse in Leo for Sagittariuses are happening, Capricorns are happening in the 8th house. That's the house of gains, gaining from others, creating money, could be an emotional shift as well, and can begin things in crisis if you have not made those changes. So Capricorn, it will affect you in the 9th house, which is the 8th house, which is the house of resources. So, okay. Let me find my space here, Cap. Welcoming all the directions, welcoming all the planets. What is above, so it is below. This is a reading for Capricorn for February 2018. The Emperor, high, exalted, taking the high road to things. The star is what crosses you. King of Pentacles, which can be you if you are a male Capricorn, with great wisdom or over the age of 40. All right, this is something in the past that happened. Looks like a bit of betrayal. Queen of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Couple of aces, Ace of Wands. So you do have some God stuff or karmic stuff. King of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune's been coming out in all sorts of places in most all readings, so that's a good thing. King of Cups. All right, there is a lot of attention on you from other people, from outside sources. That's the very first thing I'll say about this. There is a lot of people. They are of the more exalted type. So let's start at the beginning. The Emperor, which is one of the highest integrity cards. It can stand for fathers, grandfathers, people of great wisdom, mentors, teachers, guides. So I'm really feeling like the shift is more focused towards you as being a guide, Capricorn, and standing in your exalted self, speaking your words from truth and kindness, finding your neutrality towards a situation. And it is right in the middle of two people here. Could be someone in relationship. There is a King of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth signs: Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Queen of Wands. Wands are fire. That is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So it does feel like you are in between. This could be a relationship. This could be children. They are kings and queens, so that's usually someone of wisdom or a little bit older. So are you in the middle of a situation that is uncomfortable? But it looks like your words of wisdom are needed for these two folks, and they do feel like people more than situations. So make sure that you take the high road, you're neutral, and you're compassionate in your words. Choose your words kindly and wisely for the situation. But it does look like two different opposing people that you are right in the middle of. So it may mean a family meeting, it may mean a meeting at work, but you are in the middle of a situation that feels a little bit like you're being pulled in two different directions, it feels like. What crosses you is the star. And the star card is one of gifting to yourself and to others. Make sure that you gift to yourself a little bit more than you do to others, so you don't give it all away. And also, this star is new beginnings and creating something from nothing, and following your wildest dreams. It could be starting a business of your own. It could be starting projects around the home. It can be the beginning of being a grandparent. It's new beginnings, new jobs, new houses, new affairs, something new and exciting that requires a little bit more of your energy, time, and effort than your life of the past. So make sure and give to yourself. This water vessel is kind of lighting up for me, so make sure that you're giving to yourself as much as you're giving to others. It looks like, I know Capricorn, sometimes it's really easy for you to switch your focus maybe from your problem to somebody else's to resolve, because you do know how to resolve their issue. But it's time to refocus on you, where you want to be, looking at your bucket list, start putting the effort in to make those changes. But change is happening, so you might as well drive the bus so it doesn't drive over you. But this is a continuation of last month, making yourself a priority, focusing on your changes, and focusing on what it takes for you to manifest those beautiful ideas and projects into reality. The King of Pentacles, as I said, that's a male. Usually I don't put gender on my cards, but this feels like a male. Someone older than 40 or has great wisdom in a younger body. King of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth sign. That's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I do not believe this stands for you, Capricorn, other than taking the exalted steps, taking the high roads, and things that are in line with your morals, and speak your truth. Kings kind of represent standing in your power, being one of wisdom. But this feels like a person. This feels like a person that's been tugging on you really for advice. That's why I say these two things feel like they're in opposition and you're right in the middle of it. But this feels like either a family member, a friend, someone that is close to your heart, and as well as this. So it feels like some decisions are going to be made, but make sure to make those decisions to benefit you as well. And it looks like both sides will come to you either for advice or mediation or mentoring of some kind. So what is in the past? It looks like some of your decisions have been guided by a betrayal of the past. I'm not sure if this is work or on an interpersonal relationship, but it does feel like some decisions that you're making presently are based on the hurt or pains, betrayals from the past. So make sure and look at each decision and each situation in present time. Of course, you know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on shame on you, shame on me. But this really feels like making decisions out of a place of pain in the past that really have no bearing on what's happening with you now. So take a look, let go of any family traits, any histories, any pains from the past that you're still basing some decisions on. Queen of Wands. This is a fire woman. This is an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. This feels like there is, she has something to do with this decision here. She may be pulling you in a different direction that feels uncomfortable. So please speak your truth, love and kindness. Don't shy away from the difficult talks. I know sometimes when you have to make a difficult choice or speak your truth, that Capricorns kind of retreat into themselves a little bit. I don't know if you're fact gathering or avoiding, but make sure it's not avoidance. And it does feel like there is some communication that has to happen to find some resolution that is comfortable for you as well as her. Ace of Pentacles, I call these the God cards. They are when we are put back on our path, if we have veered away a little bit. Pentacles are motion, can be education, can be money. But it looks like you are firmly back on your path. You kind of veered away from it for the last couple of years. And it looks like you're creating either a project or something to do with new work or investigating. But it feels like Spirit is guiding you to a different destiny to make some money. So I'm not sure if this is in addition to the current position that you hold, or if this is a complete shift. Could be a unilateral shift from, same money, different position type thing. But it does have something to do with money. And it feels like your abundance is growing. So you do a little work and speak your truth. And it looks like the opportunity to create abundance or more money is right there at your fingertips. But you must either plant the seed or start the motion. Start the motion for it to take root. So Caps, those of you who are looking for new jobs, now is the time to update those resumes and put them out in the world. Change your karma, change your dynamics a little bit, and pull in your power and give it to yourself. Give it to yourself because you've got some big things coming. All right, Ace of Wands here. Ace of Wands is movement, great ideas, projects. It's also putting you solidly on the path. So it looks like something that you've been dabbling in for fun. Could be a hobby, could be your art, could be writing, whatever it is. It looks like you can transfer this hobby into a way to make a living. Make a living. So don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid of rejection. Just keep going. And it does look like there's some divine intervention here that is putting you on the path. So make those changes that you knew about when the first eclipse came. Otherwise, crisis is our next choice if we don't make the changes that we absolutely know we need to do to better our lives. So Spirit is kind of putting you firmly on that path and bringing people to you that will better your situation financially. And it looks like in the workplace, or turning a passion into money. So that's really good, Cap. Strength is here. The Strength card. So you are going to have to pull up your big girl, big boy britches, have a full latte, and be strong to walk through the fear of change. It is happening anyway. So you might as well direct some of that change. You are very strong. This is your karma. So Spirit is putting you on that path, not allowing you to kind of go into yourself and to isolate and not make any choices. So these two folks here may be facilitating the change for you and creating this strength. So yeah, pull up your strength. You are one of the most diligent signs in the astrology chart. And so just keep your focus and keep going. Pull up that strength. Ask for help if you need it. Do not be afraid to contact friends, relatives for advice. I know you like to do these things, yourself, but sometimes getting a little clarity outside of yourself will propel you into that motion a little bit faster. So King of Swords is here. This, I feel, is an exalted air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This is someone that has your best interest at heart. They are kind of out of this situation, but and it could be, you know, an old-time friend. It could be a brother, a father, but it's someone that has your best interest at heart, kind of initiates change. They may have a little bit of a biting tongue. The sword is kind of lighting up for me. Maybe their presentation isn't that comfortable, but you're able to hear what they say. The Wheel of Fortune is here, the culmination card, and the Wheel of Fortune is a great card. It's basically whatever you put into a situation, you get paid back tenfold. So if your mind is in a negative space, you're just creating negative mindset, you will create more negative happening in your life. But if you switch your awareness to a more positive, the Wheel of Fortune will pick that up and create positive tenfold. So hold the vision of what you want your future to look like and your abundance. There's a King of Cups here. That is a wise person. It feels kind of genderless, even though this king feels very male, so does that. But this one feels more of a wise one, so it can be a woman, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is someone that you have great depth of feeling for. Also can be a bit of a distraction, but someone that has never really steered you wrong. It may be someone that you have held in that love space, sexual love space, and you have 3 kings here. So whatever decision that you're looking at making, it's one where you need to keep your best interests in mind, stay in integrity, speak your truth. This also has to do with, it's very emotional for you to make these decisions. So ask for help. Ask for help if you need to. It feels like it may affect the home. So for some of you that are looking at changing the dynamics in your relationship, should I stay or should I go, is what I'm feeling. It does look like things will iron out and you will get some clarity by the end of this month. This is a 10, so it's like the culmination, it's the ending of something that's been laying in your heart and in your head for quite a while. It does promote happiness in the home, so you may be, moving, you may be just cleaning out a closet or making distribution of chores a little bit more equal. So there's some more happiness coming to the home from this decision that's kind of just hanging there. But a lot of people have an opinion on how you should do it. Follow your heart first, follow your intuitions, and you are going to get right back on that path if you haven't already begun. So let me pull a couple of these chakra cards for clarity, recovery. Okay, it's time to shift your awareness from the pains of the past and making decisions from that kind of wounded place to a more recovered place where you can incorporate your wisdom and trust in yourself. Confusion. So it seems like there's a little bit of confusion, or actually it feels like a lot of confusion. See if you can get some clarity around this, make some decisions, collect some information for you. If it is about leaving partnership, where it feels like for some of you it's either leaving partnership or improving partnership, collect the information before you present it. And I'm feeling to do another one. Okay, release. That's pretty obvious. So release the pains of the past. Release all this hurt that really has no bearing on what's happening today. So it looks like you may have created relationship, or you may have created interpersonal relations out of a place of pain or habit. So that whole thing is shifting for you, and you are really releasing, recovering, and getting some clarity over this stuff that's a little confusing. So Capricorn, that is your reading for the month of February 2018. If you liked what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. I will be back at this month for your March readings. And in the meantime, live life gently, but with fire. Namaste.